What was once the Polk County Courthouse now serves as the Polk County History Center and houses the Historical Museum and Library. The museum serves Polk's community through special events, volunteer opportunities, and educational programs. More details are coming up next on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Tina Mann, and joining me in the studio today is Murtis Young, the Historic Preservation Manager at the Polk County History Center.
Hi, Tina.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So we are here to talk about December. So why don't we start off with, I know the biggest theme of December is Christmas, so what is happening for the holidays at the History Center?
You know, the most exciting event at the History Center for this month is the display of the Festival of Wreaths. This is our 9th year, and I tell you, every year I'm amazed at how beautiful the wreaths look when they are on display at the History Center. Our volunteer designers do such a beautiful job, and I really think this year is a banner year. They're fabulous. They're just fabulous. So they're all on display. They're available for bidding. Some have bids, some are gone. So come take a look, walk through the museum and enjoy them as you visit the museum, but visit them online at our website.
You can, and that's at polkhistorycenter.org, and all they have to do is click on the wreath icons and that'll come right up. And you're right, they're really pretty this year. There's such a, from the traditional all the way to the whimsical, and they're so much fun. I have a couple in there, little shameless plug there. So I always decorate every year, and it's so much fun, and I love seeing all the different variety and everybody's ideas. So they definitely need to go check those out before bidding ends on December 12th, because they're at a fabulous price. You go to Michael's and they're easily, you know, $75. So it's a great deal.
It is a great deal. They're beautiful. They're all different. And they can be used to decorate your home or give them as a gift.
And as I was walking through the History Center, I noticed something new this year. It seems like Santa likes the History Center too.
We're so fortunate. Santa likes history and he likes the History Center. So we have a very special room that is dedicated for the month of December as Santa's study. And he makes appearances. We're not sure when, but he comes and visits his study, and so when he does, we'll put a little notification out on our Facebook page so people know when he's going to visit. But the really neat thing about it is he has opened his study for visitors, and you can come in and write a letter to Santa. His elves get the letters delivered to him if he's out and about doing things, but he will answer them.
He will, as long as they leave an email address, correct?
That's correct.
Excellent. So that's so much fun, and you know, I know that people love Santa this time of the year. They also love giving gifts, and the History Center is a great place to actually go, and some people may not know that. So why don't you tell us about the gift shop?
Well, you know, our gift shop features items that are specific to our mission. You know, they're books and items that are made by local artisans or written by local authors. And then we have a children's section where there's some items of interest for young visitors. But we also have a very special item that we feature this time of year, and it is an ornament that is made in the image of the museum. It's a brass and copper item, and it's very lovely and makes a very nice gift.
It really does. It's just a little replica of the History Center, and I just love it. So let's talk a little. You mentioned Facebook a couple of times so far, and let's just mention that a little bit, because people might have been a little bit used to going to one page, and we want them to get used to going to another. So the History Center is now a regularly featured postings on both the Polk County government website as well as the Polk County Parks and Recreation website, because you guys fall under that umbrella, and we have a lot of great followers on the government website, so we want to let people know, right?
Correct. We're so excited about that because we know that Well, we just know those two sides are very popular. They reach a very broad audience, and we are just thrilled that we are becoming a part of that distribution channel, that particular marketing and promotion space.
Right, and it not only lets you know what's happening in the History Center, but all the other wonderful things that are happening around Polk County and all the amazing things that the government does that they may not know about. So they definitely want to check that out. So all of these events that we're going to be talking about, of course, we'll have postings on there. So let's talk about what's happening for the kids in December, beyond just Santa.
Well, we live in Florida, but we think that it would be fun for the visitors who come to the museum looking for something to do, an activity, to create a snowflake. And so we have the materials in place to create snowflakes. And you know the nice thing about it? These aren't going to melt. You're going to be able to keep them for a long time, gift them to your grandparents or to your parents, and they're going to hang on the tree or any special place as a bookmark, and it won't melt.
That's excellent. So that's for curators of curiosity, and of course then we have History Time Taught. So what book are we reading this month?
We're really into snow. We're reading Dream Snow, that is authored by Eric Carle, and I think that'll be a really fun time to come in and have a little. Actually, now that I think about it, it's a great book for us because in Florida we do dream about snow.
We do. We dream about snow, and it's funny how old people here get before they finally see it. I know I was 19 before I ever saw snow for the first time, and I was so excited. And he is an amazing author, and his illustrations, I mean, once you've seen an Eric Carle book, you can literally pick his books out of anything. So December will hopefully be a much cooler month, so it'll be a perfect time to go on your cemetery tour.
It is, and we encourage everybody to remember December 7th is National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. And we have, of the 510 graves that are marked at the cemetery, we have a significant number of World War II veterans there. So that might be a really just memorable way to remember Pearl Harbor, to remember the veterans of World War II, and take a walk through the cemetery and just as a remembrance. We always remind everybody to wear comfortable shoes because the ground is a little unlevel, but that's it'd be a nice thing to do. You can meet at the History Center at 11 and we walk from there, or join us at the Oak Hill Cemetery and pick up the tour there.
Sounds excellent. So another tour that you have offered in December, because we don't have a Out of the Archives or Lunch and Learn that resumes in January, but is the architectural tour.
The architectural tour is always fun. It's always, I think, interesting to have a chance to walk around that beautiful architecture and listen to facts about the building and some facts about the restoration of it. And this month we're actually going to talk about the columns that were built. There's a very interesting story about those columns. People, don't realize that they were built on site. And you can think about, imagine in 1908 what that must have been like, the experience of building those, framing those columns in. And I won't give away the whole story, but it's quite interesting. I'm going to say the risks that they took to create those very tall columns. So come join us about that. That'll be an interesting story.
Yeah, every time I walk by, I'm like, I just marvel at what it must have taken to create these things and all these architectural details that were absent for so long because they're too hard to do. And so a lot of modern homes don't have that type of detailing. So that's on December 21st. Correct. That's at 11. That's perfect because it's the beginning of Christmas break. If you're looking for something to do, they should come do that. And of course, then you guys are going to be closed on both Christmas Eve and Christmas this year.
Correct. Well, the 24th and the 25th. Then we'll be back in the building on the 26th, all excited and ready to launch the new year.
And you guys are open on New Year's Eve this year.
Correct.
Excellent. So I can't believe we're closing out 2019. I just can't believe it.
I know.
But I'm really looking forward to 2020. So it's a big year for the History Center. You have some big things coming up. First up is the 19th Amendment celebration. So why don't we talk about that?
Thank you. The 19th Amendment was, of course, the amendment to the United States Constitution that gave women, all citizens, the right to vote. Next year, marks the 100th anniversary of the ratification of the 19th Amendment. It's such an important milestone in history that we decided that we wanted to join a national celebration and create opportunities all year for people to remember, to learn about the 19th Amendment, to recall how that came about, how the vote came about, and just to study and learn about particularly the women and very frequently men who participated in the suffrage movement. So we're going to launch that in January, right after the turn of the year, and in January 9th, 10th, and 11th at the History Center, we are going to open our exhibit, which is an exhibit about the suffrage movement, the 19th Amendment, and the people who are instrumental in that movement. On the evening of the 9th and the 10th, we will feature the trial of Susan B. Anthony, and it's going to be performed by students from Harrison School of the Arts. We are thrilled about that. That's going to be so spectacular. In addition to the play being performed, we have one of the early United States representatives from the state of Florida was Ruth Bryan Owen, and she is going to actually join us.
Oh,
J.
really?
Lenore Bressler is going to do a dramatization of this fabulous lady who represented a huge portion of Florida, was instrumental in some very important legislation, served as an ambassador, served as a nurse during the war, just a wonderful character. So J. Lenore is going to do a dramatization. We have the trial of Susan B. Anthony and the opening of the exhibit.
And once you've met J. Lenora, you never forget J. Lenora. She was actually my professor in business law. This is the first exposure I ever had to her, but she is amazing, and she knows her history, and she's just a breath of fresh air. So we definitely want to encourage people to take part in those activities. And again, Facebook. It's going to be important that they follow it, because we're going to be posting regularly about all the events coming up, because that's not the only thing that's coming up. I mean, that's just the kickoff. I know you guys have other things in the works that we're going to be now announcing as we go along.
Right.
So it's really a great opportunity to, follow us and keep track of everything that's going on.
Indeed.
Well, I just wanted to thank you so much for coming out today.
And thank you.
It's always a pleasure. Polk County has a rich history and heritage, and the Polk County History Center is continuously thinking of new ways to help Polk residents experience that history. The museum's collection includes natural and cultural objects related to Polk and the greater Central Florida area that represent our history from pre-Columbian to present-day eras. The artifacts on display at the museum represent individuals, cultural groups, and events significant to the region. Located at 100 East Main Street in Bartow, the History Center is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. For more information about exhibits and events, you can check them out on the web at polkhistorycenter.org or give them a call at 863-534-4386.